Redditors who are married to Karens, how is it like? Don't think there's any Karen's husbands on Reddit, they're probably all on Facebook. Not the married to one, but my mom's a Karen. Literally overreacts to everything. Whenever something doesn't go her way, you guessed, gotta speak to the manager or whoever is in charge. Sometimes really embarrassing to go out in public with her because she'll just yell at the service workers for the smallest of things. Also, she has a bob cut. Help me, please. It is the absolute best. I love my wife. Edit, I didn't write that. Deleted. Divorced Karen. Haven't had a need to see a manager since. Not married to one. But mom was a major Karen back when I was growing up. Mom, can we just go? Was my favorite question. Then the apologetic nod as we leave the store. I knew from the beginning that there would be difficulties, but I loved her and made the leap to make her my forever partner. Yes, her attitude towards certain people and things confused me at times, but by keeping an open mind and accepting her for who she was, everything has worked out well. We've been married for 10 years, we have a darling daughter, and I've even come to love my wife's kimchi fried rice. My mom is a Karen. Not fun. I think she was part of the reason the girl I loved left, because whenever she was around my mom behaved much better and put on a nice face. We argue frequently about my relationship with my mom. Hurts a lot. Don't think I can fully let this one go. Edit 1, I apologize for not replying to very many of you. The end of the semester is upon me and papers and such are taking up a large amount of my time. Edit 2, I love my mom very much and she is generally a very nice person. I've spent a good while trying to put it to words accurately, but it's difficult. Everything is very minor and very subtle. But it's constant all the time. It's not what she does, it's how she does it sort of thing. She doesn't try to hide her behavior when in public, she just tries to put her best face forward when around others like everyone else does. I don't know if she is aware of what she does when at home because it is so minor and subtle, but I have a difficult time believing that since it is constant in other reasons. Edit 3, my most upvoted Reddit, wow. Edit 4, to those concerned for me in some way. Thank you, it means a lot. Only one of my friends knows the specifics of my relationship with my mom, so it's nice to receive support. To alleviate some of your worries, she doesn't control my life or actions. The pain she causes is dwarfed greatly by everything she has done for me. Without her I wouldn't have made it where I am today, and I am extremely thankful and lucky to give her in my life despite the pain. I do not think I will cut her out of my life. Less frequent contact helps, but she is not so great a terror that no contact ever is needed. I look forward to seeing her spoil my grandchildren and know she will trust me to raise them, not try to take over and do it herself. Edit 5, the pain of losing the girl I loved in a way I didn't think I was able to love is the greatest pain in my life. Thank you all for your kind words and sympathy. Life. HONESTLY, she's perfect. She makes me so happy. I taught my nephews, ages 9 and 11, about Karens last year when they stayed with us for a week after school let out. After describing traits and observing them in the wild, they asked somewhere around day 2, "Is our mom a Karen?" My reply, "You words, not mine." I read that as Koreans and was thoroughly confused and amused by this thread. I'll see myself out. Not married. 4 years of a toxic relationship though. I broke up with her on Monday, again. We're kind of fucked financially because of this lockdown, so we are just feeling things out for a month before we decide for sure. This cycle is on repeat. I constantly have to cut her off and speak over her because of the way she treats people. Waiters, sales assistants, gym staff, neighbors, landlords, randoms we meet in bars, etc. Note, we were both waiters at the beginning of our relationship, so she has worked in the industry, but still lacks empathy. She blames the waiter if something is out of stock, etc. My second major issue. We are both English second language teachers. She teaches kindergarten, while I teach high school. Now that we are working from home, I hear how she speaks to her students, and it's really opened up another aspect of her personality that I don't like. She will berate a student for not understanding instead of evaluating her ability to explain. Shitting on 3-year-olds in their second language doesn't fly with me. A lot of her behavior stems from a self-defense mechanism due to insecurity, but that's not an excuse. She doesn't realize how mean she is to people, including myself. I'm a people pleaser that would rather sacrifice my own comfort than someone else's. She expects me to be an asshole to people because I'm a biggish guy with tattoos. I don't exactly look soft. It's toxic as hell, please help. PS. The sex is so good it rivals most porn, easily. Edit, this comment is blowing up. I appreciate all the objective advice, it's noted. I do research a lot of self-help and am aware of the codependency and enabling traits in my situation. For those making assumptions based on one comment, don't be a Karen. You know what they say when you leave the room? What? Poor bastard. I know the name and address of every manager working a 30-mile radius. The drawers in our kitchen are overflowing with out-of-date coupons that she still attempts to use. We spend hundreds of dollars on bob cuts and sunglasses I don't think will make rent this month, but I'm sure she'll find a way to talk to our landlord's manager. My husband's ex is Karen. She's a classic narcissist. When one of our feral hens started acting aggressive towards other hens, my stepson named her Karen. Edit, wow, the most upvotes I've ever had. No awards, though. Ha! Also, we live on Kauai, so we differentiate between feral chickens and the ones cage-raised for food and their eggs. We have 5 or so roosters, 8 or so hens, 3 of which have 4, 6, and 8 chicks. We feed the adults oats and scraps and the chicks get chick starter until they can eat other stuff. We really love them. Except the roosters. They're righteous bastards. My mother is a Karen. If something minor inconveniences her, she blows it up into a huge done, constantly complains, belittles me and has a slight superiority complex. I know a couple with a Karen that she blamed him for everything. The husband was, in our opinion, something of a saint. And #X200B. Once she broke a glass in the kitchen, came and sat back down at the table, and said that was your fault. We all just stared at her. She looked sheepish and said I knew that one probably wouldn't work. And #X200B. They're divorced, now. I guess even saintliness has its limits. And #X200B. Edit greater than a now for the you can't make this up zinger. Her first name is really and truly, Karen. Less than. Obligatory not married to a Karen. However, my mother is a Karen and Lord is it not easy. I don't even know how many times I've had to correct her on the way she speaks to servers. Doesn't listen. The smallest inconvenience, she wants to talk to someone higher up. She overreacts to every inconvenience and is the type to try and bargain at a retail store. Apparently the concept of set price does not apply to her. Can't stand it. I'm glad I no longer live with my parents. I love my mother, I do, and she has great qualities, but she is the most Karen a Karen can be. They're the guys with couples profiles on FB, good luck getting any information from them in full view of what their wives conceal at all. My sister is a Karen. Everyone feels so sorry for her husband. Everything is his fault. He is treated like a slave. She only addresses him by yelling. She constantly insults him. We have no idea why he hasn't divorced her or flipped out and attacked her. We have all told her to cool it and her response is that he's just so stupid. I could go on and on, but my sister really is a horrible person. I know a guy who's married to a Karen named Karen. Every part of their family's life is perfectly scheduled. Right from the homework to the dinners. I think the bathroom schedule has been out of whack recently. I think it's a win-win situation for him since his life is perfectly organized with minimal effort on his part, and when someone crosses a line and annoys him, his wife will destroy them with her passive-aggressive comments and he still doesn't have to raise a finger. I'm not married to a Karen, but someone in my family decided to make a Karen family, and let me just say, it is freaking hell. I do not go to any social event if said Karen will be there, keeps the peace in my family tbh, nor do I go alone with Karen. She is a nightmare to everyone in her path, from car guards to cashiers, even her friends. No one can be better than her or smarter than her, and she's just freaking exhausting, man. The worst part is, her kids are becoming just like her, sweating face. My ex-wife is a Karen, in every sense but name. It was always so embarrassing. She was incapable of treating anyone like a human for the most trivial of occurrences. It was hell for me, as a person that's pretty forgiving and don't seek out confrontation. So in a one-word description, it was hell. Lol. P.S. She's very codependent and jumps from relationship to relationship these days. Not surprised. Let me ask my wife. My brother is married to a Karen. He's getting pussy whipped, henpecked, every day and no one likes her in the family. She'll complain to the manager every time they go shopping. My nephews and nieces would reply okay, Karen repeatedly at her.